Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to do a bit of a scale review. So first of all these scales are for the 91mm Swiss Army knives. And so I'll tell you a little bit the pros and cons about all these scales and something about where to find them. Alright, so first of all, these three sets right here, I made myself. And so this is a wooden set. And so I just burned a little plus sign on there. And so that actually turned out, I like how it turned out pretty nice. Actually kind of snap into place. And so they hold on. But it's best to have some glue or some epoxy on there for them. Alright, so that I thought was a really cool option. It turned out nice. These two are both, they're from micarta. And so basically it's using material, like this is denim. And you add layers of the denim and you mix it with resin. And so I didn't care much for how the actual pattern turned out on these denim micarta. And so I'm probably going to redo, whenever it warms up outside, I'll redo this project. But it snaps on really nice, like you can see there. And that snaps on. And so it's a really cool project. Something I want to make it a little bit better. Like I say, when it warms up outside, I'll make some more micarta scales. These ones actually I made from my brother's marine pants. And so it's got some sentimental value to it. But same thing, I have a little bit of flaw right here in the pattern. And so I'll remake these later on. All right, so moving up next, as far as for price goes, I put these as the cheapest, although, you know, buying resin, whatever else, you know, may not necessarily be the cheapest, but I'll put them DIY as the cheapest. All right, the next are these 3D printed scales. I found these on Etsy. I didn't expect them to be like perfect or high quality. They cost $10, and honestly, they're terrible. So putting the quality aside, let's say, hey, you know, whatever. You know, it's 3D printed. They're supposed to be low quality. They don't even snap on. And so the holes don't match up. They're the wrong size. And so those would need to be drilled out to the right size. And if you put them on, honestly, it's terrible. You can see on this one here, there's like, what is this supposed to be for? The second slot. I don't understand why it was added. I mean, if you wanted to add like a ferro rod or something, then there should be a cutout. Like you see here, there should be a cutout on this side too. And it looks like, to me, it's just like a flaw. I don't know why they put that there. Like on these black ones, you can see the scales are warped. So they're not even straight. I wrote the seller and the seller said, just toss it in hot water. You know, it'll be fine. You can straighten it out. But, you know, it's like, seriously? The blue ones, literally there are holes right here where it's so thin, where they added this pin layer. It's so thin that there's literally holes in it. And if I remember correctly, another problem I had with them is the slots aren't even large enough. And so you see the pin won't even fit in. And so literally if you buy these on Etsy, I'm not going to tell you the name of the seller, just out of, I guess, respect to them. I don't recommend them, that's first of all. But if you do buy them, be aware it's a project. So everything, every slot, every hole is going to have to be modified just so that it'll fit on your knife. And so you can actually put the items into the slots. All right, so next up are the original cellidor scales. These are also their plus scales, which means it has the pin slot right here and a needle slot. And these you can find them on eBay for about $17, $18, the plus scales. Now, the problem I have with these is the original cellidor, they look nice, but you put it in your pocket one time and that's it. They're scratched up. And so they don't stay nice. And for me, that, I don't know, it kind of, I don't know. I don't like the look of a really scratched up knife. I know some people say it gives a knife character, but personally, I like it to have, I need the scales to be a bit more resilient than what these ones actually provide. All right, so moving up again, these three right here, they're all from China. These two are titanium. This is carbon fiber. The titanium ones, you can find them from anywhere from about $20 up to $40. Depending on where you buy them. If you buy them directly from China, it takes like up to 2 months to get them. or you can find them on eBay, on Etsy, and they're a bit more expensive there, but you don't have to wait as long to get them in the mail. I'll show you these. They snap on really easily, really nice. All right, and so that's not coming off easily by itself. And so even if you didn't want to glue it on, you could just snap it on, and they hold on pretty nice themselves. And so personally, I would recommend these. I like these. The quality of the titanium is, fine in my opinion. I'm definitely not a professional when it comes to titanium, but it looks nice. It holds up nice. And so definitely nice scales. Basically the same thing, but just a slightly different pattern. These ones got like the stripes on them. And so to each their own. I mean, some people like the stripes, some people don't. Same thing, they snap on easily. And they're titanium, and so they kind of feel nice. They add some oomph to your knife. And so that's kind of cool. It's a bit more glossier than this other set right here. And so these are pretty cool too. Same thing, same price. You can order them directly from China, or you can find them on eBay, on Etsy, and you pay a bit more, but you don't have to wait as long to get them. So these are carbon fiber scales, like I already said, but they're also plus scales. And so once again, they have the pin cutout and they have a needle slot. And these look really nice, in my opinion. They snap on also really well. All right, so just like that, same thing, it doesn't come off. I'd recommend gluing them just in case it doesn't pop off while you're using it or in your pocket or something like that. But anyways, these cost from around like $35 up to $50, depending on where you buy them. Same thing as before. From China directly, it's going to be cheaper, it's going to take longer. On eBay or Etsy, it'll be a bit more expensive, but you don't have to wait as long to get them. All right, the next after that are these four right here. These are all from MetonBoss. He has an Etsy shop. I'll be sure to add a link to that. And he does heat engraving and laser engraving. And the design turns out just absolutely awesome. The colors, they look amazing in my opinion. And another nice thing is these are plus scales. Now these scales, they cost $160 like this with the plus scale option. I think they run around $120 without the plus scale. That's pretty pricey, but they're really nice. The ones I got, unfortunately, they have some fingerprint marks on them. So you can see right here, somebody's fingerprint, where apparently after they degreased it, somebody touched it when they were moving it, and then after they heat engraved it, it left these fingerprints. I didn't do anything about it. The customer service at MetonBoss is really nice, and so I wouldn't consider that necessarily a con, something to be cautious of, but I'm pretty sure that if you contact them and you tell them, hey, I got a fingerprint on my scales, I have no doubt that they would fix it or replace it for you. All right, same thing basically, slightly different pattern. These are cool. They look like they have like wood. I'm not even sure how he did that. I'm sure it has to do something with the laser engraving, but really cool pattern. These are not heat engraved, and so no concern about the fingerprints here. They turned out really nice, very unique. I'll show you how these snap on. There we go. Oh, no, maybe not. One second. There we go. Now it's on the way. So again, it snaps on really nice. Really nice setup there. Wow, it's on really tight. There we go. Okay. And here's another pattern. And again, kind of unfortunate. Looks like there's like some splatter marks whenever they did the heat engraving. But also, really nice scales. Same setup, same price. These ones I asked Sean at MetonBoss. I asked him, because they're the same pattern as these ones, but I asked him not to heat engrave them. And so you still have the titanium color there with this circuit board pattern. And it really turned out nice. I like it. It's definitely probably my favorite out of all these patterns. Turned out really cool. Like I said, this is the same pattern, but it's been heat engraved. So you got the bluish, purplish background. And then this circuit board design is now golden looking. And so it looks really cool in the sunlight, how it kind of like shimmers, or it kind of almost like holographic. Fortunately, I had the same problem with these ones. It's like somebody touched it with their fingerprints. They left fingerprints on it before heat engraving it. And so I got some of that on there. Same thing though, I mean, if you get something from MetonBoss and it has fingerprints, I'm sure you'd have no trouble having him fix it for you or replace it for you. All right, one last thing I forgot to add. Maybe you've seen this several times in my videos. These scales are the original scales, the cellidor scales, and I had them aqua printed, by a local paint shop. And so it was also fairly inexpensive, and it's held up really nice, not scratched or anything. And so that's also another option. It's not the best option because, you know, depending on what you're doing, if you do drop it or something, you will get like a gouge or a scratch in it, and you'll see the color below. But I like how they turned out. They turned out really nice, in my opinion. There are a lot of other options also out there. There are different people who make really amazing scales. It really all depends on how much you're willing to pay. If you're willing to pay over $100 just for the scales, there's all kinds of custom copper and bronze and titanium scales that you can find on eBay, on Etsy, online. There's all kinds of people who do really nice scales. There's some other options from China. I've had other options, but these are what I have to display at the moment. And so, anyways, these are the scales I had. And let me know which ones you like, what you think about them, and thanks for watching.